Kendra DeWater, and I teach computer science. So I used to teach math, and computer science is way more fun. I've worked at RLA. This will be my 7th year at RLA, so a little bit of time. RLA is my first teaching job, so all 7 years of teaching have been at RLA. And I would not teach anywhere else because it's kind of the best school in the world. My favorite part of RLA is the students, because the students are thoughtful, they're strong, they're creative. Even when they're going through the hardest parts of life, they're still showing up and learning and growing, and are just generally pretty awesome people. When I first started at RLA, there were all of these rumors about how RLA is like the school where the bad kids go, where there's like no money for anything. And literally my first day, I walked in and everybody was super nice on staff, but the students were just so ready to be here and to learn things and to share about themselves, and that perception was flipped so fast. I was like, no, this is the school to be at, where people are doing real work and meeting the best people. Forever, until they kick me out. I will continue to teach for as long as I can, and I don't really want to do anything else. My goals at RLA are, so this computer science program is brand new. This is only its 4th year, and I made it with the help of some other people. And so part of my goal is to make this program bigger and better and have all of the classes that you all want to take, but also to build new programs at RLA like the computer science program. Like we've talked about a culinary program, we've talked about like an early childhood development program, and that would be my goal, is to build more of those cool opportunities. The first step to start a program is to get as much support as possible from the district, from the principal, and honestly, you have to get money. And so it's a lot of grant writing and asking for businesses to believe in what you're doing. And for the most part, they'll show up here, they'll meet you guys, and they'll be like, we're full in. We will totally pay for whatever you need us to pay for, which is awesome. My favorite motivational quote is, disliking somebody is just as much energy as loving somebody, but it carries none of the benefits. Because it takes a lot of energy to not like someone, and usually when you get to know them, you end up, it's really hard to hate somebody up close. So when you get to know somebody, it's very hard to dislike them once you know what they're going through.
That's here till they're done with the term. You think?
I'm Cassidy Moore, and I teach math.
Do you enjoy it?
I do. Yes, I enjoy math, or I enjoy teaching math specifically. Math is one of those subjects that students either get it or they don't. There's not a whole lot of in between, and it's really cool to see the students who don't get it and help them figure out that they can't understand it. I have worked at RLA as a teacher for a couple months. This year is my first year. In general, I have worked as a teacher. This is year 5, so I've worked for 4 years so far. My first thought when I started at RLA was the fact that I was on the 2nd floor and the fact that I would have to go upstairs every day. But then my actual first thought was I was really excited because in my other experiences teaching, my class sizes are usually between 26 and 32 students. But here at RLA, the most students I've ever had in any of my classes is 15 or 16, which makes it really easy for me to get around to each student and genuinely check in and see how everyone's doing. If I had to choose between one of my old schools or RLA, I would absolutely choose RLA. As far as teaching, I plan on continuing to teach. I think I have to teach for another 30 years to get to my retirement. Ultimately, I plan on teaching until I can retire. This is my career. This is what I'm doing. Yeah, so my hobbies outside of school, for the most part, most of my time is playing video games on my computer. But also, depending on the weather, I have a gym membership with my aunt, and I get to spend a lot of time with her. And then when it's nicer outside, there are a lot of really nice, we call them hikes, but I think they're technically nature walks more so. It's not like the climbing up a mountain hikes. So I like to go outside, just kind of walk around in nature. I really like paddleboarding, and I really like just getting out on the water when it's nice in the summer and a little bit spring, a little bit fall. My favorite motivational or inspiring quote is that people don't care what you know until they know you care.
My name is Kathy Morris, and I am the Youth Transition Program Specialist, but the students call me Kathy the Job Lady because they never remember my title. I 100% love my job. I often wonder why it took me so long to find this profession. So yes, I love my job. I like that it's different all the time. My position is very unique here at RLA, and so I wear a lot of different hats. And so every day brings different rewards and challenges. I have worked at RLA I just finished my 9th school year, so I'm working on year 10. When I first started at RLA, I was very brand new to education. I came from corporate business world, and so it was very challenging at first because there was a lot of acronyms and verbiage that I didn't know. So I would write down things that I didn't understand in meetings, and I would ask somebody later. So it was kind of scary, but it has been the best decision I've ever made. So I was definitely very nervous, but excited at the same time when I started. I plan on being at RLA and working for the district until I retire, which is around 10 years. And my position changes. I have a very unique position where I offer pre-employment transition services to students who are on IEPs or 504s. And so what that means is I get to help them plan their future. So what does life look like outside of high school? And so for every student, it's different. And so every year brings different challenges and different rewards. I think the staff, I think how I get through the day at RLA, if there's some challenges, is the staff. We have probably the most team-oriented staff where we're all here to support each other. And so if one of us is having some challenges, whether it be at work or a personal life, we know we can count on each other to get through. My most favorite quote is, "The best teachers are those who show you where to look but don't tell you what to see." So I like to help my students find their future but not tell them what I think their future should be. So this is my favorite quote. I feel like this kind of comes from being around this unique alternative setting, that we're always looking at the best way to connect with a student. And so we're always trying to help them look towards their future, but not telling them what to see.